So we have learnt about the first two types. Yeah, first two types. Whether all three planes are parallel to each other, and then we check whether two planes are overlapping and the other one is distinct. Those two types are gone. Now we are going to talk about the H type or the third type. Yeah, this means two planes are parallel to each other. We have two planes parallel to each other. There is one plane that passes through both of these planes. Okay, both of these planes. Let's say this is phi 1 and let's say this is phi 2 and this is phi 3. Phi 1 and phi 2 are parallel to each other. Okay, and phi 3 intersects with both these planes. Okay, and the intersection is clearly can be seen as a line here. It can be clearly seen as a line here. Okay, so how can we find this? Well, let's do an example question and then we can understand what we are going to do. Okay, what we are going to do. That's the idea here. Perfect. First of all, we have to check whether the planes are parallel to each other or not. So let's write a question. So first of all, let's look at N1. N1 can be given as 4, 8, 12. And N2 can be given as 6, 12, 18. Okay, and N3 can be given as 1, 1, 7. Definitely N3 is not parallel to N1 or N2. That you can see. Because if you multiply by 6, only you will get 6. And if you multiply 1 by 6, you will get 6. So that is not equal to 12. Similarly, if you multiply by 4, you will get 4. If you multiply by 4, you will get 4, which is not equal to 8. So we can definitely say N3 is not parallel to these two planes. Which means pi 3 is not parallel to pi 2 or pi 1. So let's check about N1 and N3. Well, here you can see if you multiply N1 by 3 over 2, you will get 6. Similarly, if you multiply 8 by 3 over 2, you will get 12. Similarly, if you multiply 12 by 3 over 2, you will get 18. Okay, let me write these things. Okay, so 3 by 2 into 4 is equals to 6 by calculation. 3 by 2 into 8 is also equals to 12. Okay, similarly, 12 into 3 by 2 is equals to 18. So we can see N1 and N2 are parallel to each other. N1 and N2 are parallel to each other. You can say N1 is parallel to N2. Okay, why is it parallel to N2? Why? Well, 3 over 2 N1 is equals to N2. So that's why N1 is parallel to N2. And you can clearly see N3 is not parallel to N1. It's not parallel to N1 or N2. Okay, if it is not parallel to N1, that means it is not parallel to N2. Okay, so this is the first step you have to complete. You have to complete this first step. That's all you have to complete. Now what you have to do is, okay, now what you have to do is, you can clearly see that two planes are parallel to each other and one is not. From this, we can say pi 1 is parallel to pi 2, but pi 3 is not parallel to each other. It's not parallel to other plane. It's not parallel to other plane. Therefore, what you can see is pi 3 intersects pi 1 and pi 2. Okay, pi 3 intersects pi 1 and pi 2. And you can find the intersecting line. Okay, you can find the intersecting line by replacing the values. By you can replace the values. Yeah, you can replace the values by using the parametric values. Okay, that's we studied in the, I think, in last class or something. Yeah, so you know how to find the lines. You can find the lines by using that. But if you prove this, N1 is parallel to N2, or you can prove N1 is parallel to N3, or you can prove N2 is parallel to N3, and you just have to prove N1 is not parallel to N2 here. Okay, not parallel to N2 here. Similarly, here you have to prove N2 is not parallel to N3. Okay, that's all you have to do here. That's all. Inconsistent equation, the third type finished. This is H type. Now we have to talk about A type. Okay, A type. A type looks like this. Okay, it looks like a triangle. Okay, we have a plane like this, and we have another plane coming out of this. Okay, another plane coming out of this like this. Okay, so it comes out like this. And another plane is passing through both these planes. Okay, another plane is passing through both these planes. I'll erase these two so that I can extend the picture. Okay, it passes through like this. Two planes are passing through like this, and a single plane is passing through both of these planes. Okay, that's the idea. So here you will have three straight lines. Okay, one, two, and three. Okay, you have three straight lines. But all these straight lines mean that all the planes are uh, intersecting with each other, but not at the same line. Not at the same line. I mean, phi 1 and phi 2 intersect at here. Okay, let's say that is L. Phi 3 and phi 2 intersect at M. Phi 1 and phi 2 intersect at N, but they are not intersecting with each other. So this is also an inconsistent system. Okay, this is also an inconsistent system of equations. How can we prove this? Well, we can prove this only by using the normals. Okay, we can prove this only by using normals. Let's say n1 is perpendicular to phi 1 and n2 is perpendicular to phi 2 and vector n3 is perpendicular to phi 3. What you have to prove here is you have to show that any one of these vectors, it can be n1 or n2 or n3. If you can show that any one of these vectors can be derived from a simple equation from the other two vectors. Okay, any other two vectors, k n1 plus uh, m n2. Okay, if you can write like this, or n2 is equals to s n1 plus t n2, or n1 is equals to l n3 plus l n2 plus j n3. Okay, if you can come up with an equation for the vectors, if you can come up with an equation for the vectors like this, you can say they intersect in a A shape or a triangular shape or a pyramid shape. Okay, because if you look at 3D, this looks like a pyramid. Okay, it looks like a pyramid. So let's do a question to understand this. Okay, definitely you can say, well, let's write the perpendicular vectors 1, 2, 3, and n2 is equal to 2, 4, 5, and n3 is equals to 8, 16, 21. See, here, if you want to prove that first of all, we can't prove the parallelism between n1 and n2. Why? You have to multiply by 2 here. You can multiply by 2 here, you get that. But 3 multiplied by 2 is equals to 6. It's not equal to 5. So n1 is not perpendicular, I mean, not parallel. It's not parallel to n2. Okay, they are not parallel to each other. Similarly, you can say n2 is not parallel to n3. How can I say that? Well, multiply and see. Okay, we can multiply and see. So we are multiplying by 4 here. If I multiply by 4, I get this. But if I multiply by 4, I get 21. I mean, I get 20, but I need 21. Okay, so that's not possible. Similarly, I can say n3 is not parallel to n1. Here also I'm multiplying. N3 is not parallel to N1. How can I see that? Well, to go from 1 to 8, I have to multiply by 8. Well, 2 to 16 also fine. 2 into 8, 16. 3 into 8 is equal to 21, not 20. 3 into 8 is equal to 24, not 21. So they are not parallel to each other. Now I have to check whether they have H type. Okay, well, definitely they don't have H type. Why? Two parallels are not parallel to each other. I mean, two planes are not parallel to each other. So I can definitely say they are not also in H type. So let's check for A type now. Let's check for A type now. A type, I told you, right? If you can come up with N1 is equals to S N2 plus T N3, you're good to go. That's all you have to do. How can you do this? Well, first of all, you have to multiply and see. Okay, so s into will be equals to 2s, 4s, 5s, and t in 3 will be equal to 8t, 16t, and 21t. Okay, so first of all, let's take the left hand side. N1. LHS states that LHS is equals to 1, 2, 3. RHS is equals to 2s, 4s, 5s plus 8t, 16t, 21t. So that is equals to 2s plus 8t, 4s plus 16t, 5s plus 21t. The thing is, these two equations are same. These two equations are same. Why? Well, let's come up with the equations. No worries. So now we will write the equations. So 1 is equals to 2s plus 80 is the first equation. Second equation, 2 is equals to 4s plus 16t. Third equation is 5s plus 21t. Okay, if you multiply this by 2, okay, let's say this is the first equation. If you multiply this by 2, that is equal to the second equation. So you can't use both of these equations together because you will find for any value of s and t, this is possible. Okay, so what you have to do is you can't use these two equations. So let's use 1 and 3. Okay, we are using 1 and 3. How can we use 1 and 3? Well, I can multiply 1 by 5. Okay, and that will give me 5 is equals to 10s plus 40t. And I can multiply third equation by 2, and that will give me 6 equals to 10s plus 42t. So let's say this is fourth equation, and let's say this is fifth equation. I'm going to subtract fourth equation from the fifth equation. That will give me 1 is equals to 0 plus 2t. So t is equals to half, and s will be equals to here 4. So 4, if I bring it this side, this will be minus 3. So s will be equals to minus 2 over 3. Okay, so minus 2 over 3. Is it working? Minus 2 over 3, is it correct? Half now 4. Here I have 1. So if I bring 4 this side, it will be minus 3. So minus 3, yeah, minus 3 over 2. Sorry, minus 3 over 2. Okay, so similarly, what about here? 21 into t is equals to 21 over 2. Here I have 15 over 2. So yeah, 6. Yeah, 6 over 2, that will be 3. Perfect. So here we have minus 3 over 2 and t is equals to half. Okay, so actually, we can write in this format. We can actually write in this format where s is equals to minus 3 over 2 and t is equals to half. Since you can write in this format, the planes are intersecting in a type. It looks like this. This is what you have to do in type 2, type 3 and type 4, H and A. For H, you have to prove that N1 is parallel to N2, and you have to prove N1 is not parallel to N3. Not parallel. For this is for H type. For A type, what you have to do is you have to write down N1 is equals to S N2 plus T N3. You can change the vectors. It doesn't matter. Why does it? Why it doesn't matter? Well, it's because when you bring N2, you will use another parametric equation like lambda N1 plus mu N3. So it the parametric equation la வந்து அதுதான் the thing. It's the thing. You can use this to prove. That's all. That's enough. That's enough actually. Okay. Keep that in mind.
Thanks for watching the 45 video of this series. If you found this explanation of H-type and A-type inconsistent interactions of three planes helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Check out the full playlist to master vectors and follow us on Instagram. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep learning and stay curious. Bye bye.